beautiful, beautiful place. It is called Jingshan. This is one of my favorite spots. Okay, so I always love to come here, especially when I just want to relax or anything. So in this video, I just want us to talk about some of the problems that are faced by Zimbabwean women and especially those ones caused by the economic situation in Zimbabwe. I've written down a couple of things that I think I'm going to be talking about. So the first thing that I will talk about is breakdown of marriages. Now you know that when the economic situation in Zimbabwe started to go like down, 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 there was a lot of movement of people from one place to another, traveling outside the countries. So number one, it was a breakdown of marriages because a lot of men initially were the ones who traveled outside of the country, leaving their wives and children back in Zimbabwe. And when they went to the countries where they were to, when they started having other relationships, started having, other families there, and sometimes even forgetting those women vangavasara kuZimbabwe. So that was problem number one, breakdown of marriages. Dzakaitika dzakawandisa zvokuti I cannot begin to count, akawandisa caused by this economic situation in Zimbabwe. I'm going to go deeper, when it comes to this issue, because it goes well beyond everything. Okay. Number two, the like a family separation in terms of children being separated from their mothers, being separated from their fathers, right? I said number one, marriages were breaking down. Number two, there was also separation of families whereby the family, mother and children are staying in another country, father and mother staying in another country or in another place. All these things being caused again by the economic situation. So in that setup, there wasn't this kind of family thing whereby families used to live together, grow together, do things together, have this connection. Now there wasn't anything. It was broken down because of this economic situation in Zimbabwe. Like I said, I'm just touching briefly, these things can be expanded. And the next one was that due to family separation and breakdown of marriages, the children now started to become very disobedient. That is why these days sometimes we blame children that, oh, children these days, they've become very, very disobedient. They don't listen to the parents, they do this and that. It's because there is no family setup, there is no family unit. The children are growing up without father, children are growing up without mother, children are growing up without both father and mother. Not because the father and mother are dead, no, simply because the father and mother are out there trying to, make ends meet, trying to work, trying to bring money to the family. So children are sometimes growing on their own or being raised by extended families or by aunties, sometimes in boarding school and all this. So that also has caused some problems. And these problems, you can still again put them or blame them on the economic decay in Zimbabwe. The next problem is dishonesty. Dishonest is number one thing that is now happening in Zimbabwe. People have become so dishonest. Sevanamai, so we have become very dishonest. Not because I mean, this is who we are or anything. It's because the situation around us has just made us to be very, very dishonest in a lot of situations because sometimes it's all for survival. You understand? So there's a lot of dishonesty that is going on in our communities, be it with our children, be it with our husbands, be it with our loved ones. Everyone has become so dishonest in Zimbabwe such that you can never trust anyone. Even if you want to do something, you cannot do it because there are no longer any honest people, you understand, around us anymore. So that is another issue that has become so rampant problem caused by again economic situations in Zimbabwe. And the next one is cheating. There is a lot of cheating that is going on left, right, and center. Women are cheating like crazy. Husbands are cheating like crazy. There is no longer this thing of saying, well, I've got my one partner. It's simply because, again, it takes me back to the problem that I mentioned before, that people are now traveling a lot. They're now living outside the country a lot. Therefore, there's breakdown of families, you understand? So when there's breakdown of families, husband staying there, wife is staying there, and people need to answer to the call of nature, people tend to cheat. So there's a lot of cheating. I blame it to the economic decay in Zimbabwe. The next one is unacceptable tolerance. People have become so tolerant of some things that shouldn't even be tolerated. You understand? People just angagoita say okay because nyika zvinhu zvakaoma. Aba angagoita say okay because things are hard. Aita cheating zvekuhura hura angagoita say okay because husband apo. So when now we've having unacceptable tolerance zvinhu zvatisingafani kuaccept, but accept again. I blame it on the economic decay in Zimbabwe. And then the next one is hero worshipping. There's a lot of hero worshipping that is now happening in Zimbabwe, whereby people, just because they need to be given this little thing, little money, little gift, little things. There's a lot of hero worshipping that is happening now, so that people are no longer thinking straight. People are no longer thinking rational, like this thing isn't right. I cannot accept this. People have lost their dignity. People have lost their people have lost everything. They've been stripped of everything. Now the hero worship things, it's so sad and very, very unfortunate. Again, I blame it on the economic decay in Zimbabwe. And the next situation is desperation. People have become so desperate like that they will do anything. And if I say anything, I'm saying anything. People will do anything to survive. People will do anything to make sure they reach where they want to go. They no longer care whether it's sleeping around, whether it's stealing, whether it's killing, whether it's anything. There is no longer that thing that tells you, well, this thing you cannot do it, because now people are just trying to make ends meet. People are just so desperate to make things work. So that is another problem caused by the economic decay in Zimbabwe. And then there's another one that the ninth problem is less children. Okay, because of that situation again of economic hardships, the traveling and everything, less children are being born. You understand? People are no longer having a lot of children like they used to do when there's father and mother in the house, where they'll sit down, they have their own children, they take care of the children in a family setup. These days, it's no longer like that. So people are even deciding not to have a lot of children because they feel like, with the situation that we are facing, no money, no nothing, it's best to take birth control. It's best that we avoid these situations. Okay, so less children are being born, and then there are also more children being born out of wedlock, out of cheating partners. You understand? For example, my husband is not there; he's been staying in England for God knows when. And then I cheat, and then I fall pregnant. I can fall pregnant, and I can give birth to this child. You understand? And my husband might not even know about it. You understand? Oh, I can just fall pregnant when I know my husband is about to come. I will just say, "Oh, this is your child." So there's a lot of children born out of wedlock, all because of the economic situation in Zimbabwe. So I blame it on the economic situation. So all those are problems being faced by women. You understand? I'm just putting everything to women, to Zimbabwean women, how they are suffering because of the economic situation, because of the things that are happening in the country. By the way, like I said, I am in Beijing. This is a very, very beautiful place. It's called Jingshan. The whole area is so cool. It's very, very nice. Okay. I thought I was going to take you around. Maybe I will, maybe not. But I just want you guys to know that this is a cool, cool place here where I am, and outside is actually a very, very big center. Okay, it's a center it's an event center where a lot of things happen there. All right, so I love to be here because I mean, just makes me look so beautiful and everything, right? So let's move on with our video now. Like I said, there's a lot of also sexual immorality. A lot of women are now turning into prostitution for survival, not because they want to do it, not because they are wayward, not because sometimes I really wonder when people say, "Hey, she's what you're no. Sometimes the situation that people find themselves in is what is causing a lot of people to end up getting into the situation where they find themselves prostituting themselves, or rather sleeping around. It's because of the situation that they find themselves in. It's not because of who they are. It's not because this is their character. No, it has nothing to do with their character. It has nothing to do with who they are. But it's just everything to do with the economic situation in a country, in a place where women, they can no longer work. They can't find jobs, even if they're educated. Remember, Zimbabwe's got a lot of educated women, but these women cannot get jobs. Therefore, if they cannot get jobs, what do? They end up just finding anyone who can sleep with them for a little money to take care of their families. So that's another problem that is caused by this economic situation in Zimbabwe when we're looking at women. And also, again, women have been stripped of their power to be mothers to their children, because now the thing that makes you a mother is when you have your children and you need to feed your children and you need your children to eat, to do this and that. But then if you cannot do those things, or if you cannot be able to put food on the table for your children, then you are stripped of everything that makes you a mother. Because at the end of the day, you want the children to look at you, say, "Mommy, I'm hungry." You are able to give them food. "Mommy, I want to wear this." You are able to provide that for your children. But if you cannot provide those things for your children, then you become less of a mother. You understand? Now, a lot of us mothers, we are staying away from our children. Our children have grown up in being looked after by, other people or in boarding schools. You understand? Because we have to move outside of the country to make ends meet. If I were to stay maybe in the country in Zimbabwe without a job, without money, without anything, still it was going to be a problem for my children. Maybe my children wouldn't be able to go to school. So at the end of the day, people end up, traveling and having problems, for their children. So these are some of the problems that a lot of Zimbabwean women they are facing right now. They are labeled this and that. They are labeled lazy. They are labeled dirty. They are labeled. How can a woman wear nice and dress properly when they don't even have money for food? They cannot even do anything. So there are a lot of things to talk about. There are a lot of things that people have to check when they're talking about Zimbabwean women in this 2024. You understand? I don't think in 2024 we should be talking about women that don't have pets, women that don't have this and that. We shouldn't be even talking about those things because by now, all those things should have been catered for. But we are finding ourselves women facing those problems. So next time when you see a Zimbabwean woman, just be a little bit kind to them. Just be kind to them a little bit because trust you me, they are going through a lot. They are going through a lot of situation. They're going through a lot. I'm telling you. Some of us, you can see me here. I'm outside the country. I'm living in the diaspora. Things look like they're functioning properly for me. Things look like everything is well with me. You look at me, I'm dressed, but deep down, I'm not happy. You understand? Deep down, I'm not very happy because I would love to have all these things with my family together. I would love to be dressed like this with my family. I would love to eat like this with my family, but I cannot do that. You understand? I cannot do that in the comfort of my home. I cannot live lavish lifestyle in the comfort of my home because the situation is really bad at home. Things are not working properly. So for women are suffering in Zimbabwe in so many ways that a lot of people people just overlook such kind of things. But women are really suffering in Zimbabwe. Imagine you're a mother. Your child is crying because they want to eat. Your child is crying because they need this and that, and you cannot provide that. Your husband is not even there because maybe the husband is in another country trying again to work and to make ends meet. So you see how the situation is for a lot of women in Zimbabwe. So next time when you see a Zimbabwean woman, just be kind. You understand? A little bit. Be kind a little bit. Just a little bit, Just tolerate them a little bit because their load is just too much. And it's not for 1 year, it's not for 2 months. This has been going on for years and years, decades and decades and decades, you understand, of suffering for these women. So you have to be tolerant a little bit. So I just wanted to talk about women since today is the 31st of March. We are closing the Women's Month. This is the reason why I wanted to talk about Zimbabwean women and the situation that they find themselves in. Sometimes I feel sorry when people start to talk about Zimbabwean women. They are prostituting a lot, they're sleeping around a lot, they're cheating. It's not some most of them. If you ask those women who are prostituting and sleeping around, they will tell you a sad story. It's because they're trying to put food on the table. They don't have any other option for them. It's not because some of them they did not go to school. No, some of them they really went to school. They have degrees, diplomas, everything, but they simply cannot find a job. You understand? To take care of their family. So they end up resorting to sleeping around. I don't think there's any woman in their right senses and the right mind who would love to be sleeping around to be paid $1, to love sleeping around with different men to be paid $2. Because this is the money that these women are being paid. This is the amount of money that these women are being paid by all these men that they're sleeping around. I was watching this documentary of, women, in the streets in Zimbabwe saying that they're being paid $1. $1. How much is $1 in rands? How much is $1 in Chinese money? $1 to sleep with a man, risking their health, risking everything, risking diseases, risking everything to get $1. But if they will sleep maybe with 5 men, they get $5. 10 men per day, maybe $10. Then they're able to buy bread. Then they're able to pay fees for their kids. So this is just how bad the situation is. So when we're talking about the Zimbabwean situation, we shouldn't just look at it at the surface of taking politics and this. It goes deeper, further, and everything, and it touches on the grassroots, which is the people. The people, the women, the mothers, the girls. Imagine as a young girl, you are reaching your puberty and you cannot even have anything to use to clean up yourself. This is just how bad the situation is. But sometimes when we're looking at women, when we're looking at Zimbabwe, we don't look at all those things. We tend to overlook such kind of suffering that women are going through. So we tend to just judge the women. We just tend to say, oh, why is she doing like this? Oh, this and that, this and that. But we tend to forget, where is this thing coming from? Why is it happening like this? Okay, why is it everything like this? So, and also because these days, because of social media and filters and everything, you look at Ziki, I got filtered photos, filtered videos, filters everything. I look so beautiful and you think everything is okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay because when things are working out, well, they have to work out for the majority of the people. You know, they shouldn't work out just for one person. It shouldn't work out just because someone is sleeping around with a minister or someone is dating the secretary for this. Those are the only people who can. No, we all need to have that kind of lifestyle, which is good for all of us. But we cannot have it in a situation where the economy is down. Right now, let's look at $1 to US dollar and one Zimbabwean dollar to US dollar. Right now, we can say that all Zimbabweans are millionaires because the money is just going down, 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 down. It means the situation is also gone what? Gone down, 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 down. Okay, so I'm not being political with this video. I am not being political with this. So unless some of you guys will say, hey, no, I'm not being political about it. I'm just speaking the situation that is on the ground right now. Women have got ideas for business. If they're really venturing into business, they're selling, traveling abroad and everywhere, buying and selling and everything. But the result is not as big as it should supposed to be because of the situation. You understand? Zimbabwean women are not lazy. Zimbabwean women, they're not wayward. Zimbabwean women, no, the situation that they find themselves in, this is why wherever they are, they just said, oh, Zimbabwean women, this is Zimbabwean women, that. So today I'm here to speak on behalf of my sisters, okay? I'm here to address this situation on behalf of my sisters that next time when you see us, wherever you hear that she's a Zimbabwean woman, you should celebrate that person. You should celebrate that person because woman is a strong woman. You understand? That woman is a strong woman, is a very, very hardworking woman, is a loving and caring woman. And whatever she's doing it for the family. She's doing it for the family, for the greater of the family. You understand? So this is all I have for you, my friends. It's a Sunday. Today is the 31st of March. I am here. This place is called the Jingshan. It's actually a community center. A lot of events that happens here. There's a library. There's so many other things that are around here. A lot of them that are around us. I love to be here because it's very, very beautiful. I get to, to do my videos. I get to study. I get to do my researches without any disturbance. So this is the place where I am at right now. So you guys remember, this video is we are talking about the problems being faced by vakadzi veku-Zimbabwe. Vakadzi veku-Zimbabwe, they suffer a lot. Vanosuffer zvisingaiti and maproblems andataura muchazomuona kana makuripita video anoemaneta pakubva pasituation iri kuZimbabwe. You understand? This is where their problems are coming from. This is where their problems are emanating from. Ari kubva kusituation iri kuZimbabwe. That is why mchiti vakadzi vekuZimbabwe pese pavanooneka vanenge vachingotukwa, vanenge vachingosvorwa, vanenge vachingoita sei. But in actual fact, vanhu vanoshanda nesimba. These are the people who work very, very hard. You understand? So this is all I wanted to say to you guys, that we are here to tell you that you have to love us. You have to appreciate us. Okay, so this is all I have for you. If you're watching the video, please like. I cannot see anything on the screen. I can't see who is watching, who is not watching, but please subscribe, please like the video, comment, let me know what you think about this, what I've been talking in this video. And until I come back again, please take care. Take care, take care, take care. So I need to stand up because right now I'm shooting this video by myself. So I really need to stand up and close the video by myself, all right? I wanted to show you around, guys, really. I wanted to show you around, but anyway, maybe I might not be able. Let me show you my hair. This is my hair. Lest you think that I've got my what? This is my natural hair. I'm fronting my natural hair today. So of course I was wearing this cute hat, but even without the hat, you can see that she's so cute. So this is goodbye. I'll talk to you again later. Let me see. Okay, let me just hold on a little bit. Let's just continue to talk. Sezvandataura guys kuti izvoni nhasi vhidhiyo inoyi ndanga ndichitaura nezvemaproblems anosanganikwa nawo nevakadzi handitika maproblems asanganiswa nawo nemazimbabwe nevakadzi vekuzimbabwe kuti vanosangana nemasituations akaoma, but masituations avo mazhinji avanosangana ari kukonzerwa neeconomic situation yedu yekuzimbabwe ndo iri kukonzeresa zvinhu zvakawanda zviri kufeswa nevakadzi. Saka next time tikaona mazimbabwe nevakadzi hativarevisisi, hativakudzeiwo, hativapiwo respect kana vachida help hativabatsireiwo handiti hatibatsirani inini ndiri mumwe wachona. I'm actually a Zimbabwean woman myself as well, so I'm also speaking on my behalf and the behalf of my sisters, and I'm not only speaking by myself or speaking for others or making thinking that myself things are working properly. No, I'm saying overally, let's be kind to Zimbabwean women wherever we see them. Let's just be kind to them. Let's just accept them. Let's just tolerate them. Let's just know them that, well, they need our love. They need your love. They need your support. Until I come back again. Ciao, ciao.